Kayla, and welcome to my top 5 Voltage app recommendations. If you don't know, Voltage Inc. is a Japanese Otome gaming company. They make games for iPhone and Android, I believe. And they're one of the only Otome gaming companies that translates most of their games into English. So they have a pretty good inventory of English games. They're fairly priced and super popular among Otome fans. As I said, they do have a pretty large list of Otome games to choose from, and I have played most of them. So I've compiled a list of 5 that I would recommend you guys to play. They're my 5 favorites, the ones that I enjoyed the most. All of these on this list were super hard to choose from, which is better than the others, so it's kind of loosely graduating to the best one. So starting off with number 5, we have Class Trip Crush. When I downloaded this app, I really didn't expect a lot from it. I didn't think I was going to like it. I noticed there wasn't an opening movie, so it's probably one of their older ones. But when I started playing it, I was actually really surprised. It's really cute and funny and engaging, and I definitely recommend it. The story starts out with you and your friends, and you're all chatting it up before you're about to go on a class trip with your all-girls school, when suddenly there's an announcement that the all-boys school next door is going to be tagging along with you, and the girls are grouped up with a bunch of guys. There's about 5 guys in your group that you meet, and you have to pick one of them to sit next to on the bus. And whoever you pick, that's whose route you play out. For this one, I've actually only played one route, but I do plan to play a few more of them. The one I played is Homer, and he's the cool genius type. There's tons of super cute scenes in his. I was laughing and saying "aw" the whole way through. It's kind of unique as well, because instead of being working age and in society in your everyday life and meeting someone, like a lot of the Voltage apps have, you are in high school and it's all situated around one trip. And there is a season 2 and 3 and possibly even 4 on this one, which all have to do with the future and eventually getting married and having a family. So it's one of those cutesy ones. I definitely recommend it. For the number 4 spot, I have Be My Princess. And I haven't played Be My Princess 2 because I got really attached to the first Be My Princess, so I've been kind of not wanting to play it. But you can comment below and let me know how you think of that one. But the original Be My Princess is an awesome app. I really loved it. I've played 3 different characters out of it and all of their extra sequels and season 2s. My favorite thing about this story is just the royalty and nobility element to it. It makes you feel like a real princess, which I mean, come on. I think all girls have that dream deep down of meeting a prince and getting swept away, and there's lots of drama with the forbidden love of a commoner and royal, which is interesting to see play out. Another plus for this one is that they're really long. It's 15 episodes instead of like the 10 to 12 that they normally do, and there's even additional unlockable stories that you get when you play it out and get the good ending. So, and I think those are like 6 episodes, so it ends up being like 21 episodes if you play it right, which is awesome for Voltage veterans because sometimes you just want the story to last a little bit longer. So if you play a lot of Voltage games but haven't played this one yet, I definitely recommend it for that reason as well. On this one, I've played Prince Joshua, Prince Wilfred, and Prince Edward. My number 1 favorite is Prince Wilfred, second Edward, and then Joshua is good too. Next up, my 3rd favorite Voltage app is Love Letter from Theif X. This is another one that I wasn't sure about at first, but I thought the storyline was super unique on this one, so it sucked me in to finally download it, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was really engaging and fun. It's more of an adventure style one. The story starts out with you working at an art museum. There's rumors flying around about a group of famous art thieves known as the Black Foxes. So security's been increased to thwart them, but of course that doesn't stop them from breaking in and stealing art from your very art museum. But what's weird is they're actually really polite and nice, so you kind of wonder, are they actually the bad guys? And it turns out, of course, that they are not. When they kidnap you, you find out that they're actually helping your passed away grandfather, who was a famous artist, and they need your help to uncover the secrets. On this one, I played Sakuto's main story. He's like a hot and cold hacker. His route was really cute and funny. I love those type of hot and cold characters. And I do plan to play another one of the routes because the storyline was really unique, like I said, and that's a super fun one, so I definitely recommend it, especially if you liked any of the bodyguard ones or any other adventure action ones from Voltage. Number 2, the runner-up for the best Voltage app, is Star-Crossed Myth. This, I think, is probably unanimously one of the most beloved Voltage apps. I notice it has the most reviews, I think, out of all the apps on there on the App Store. It's one of the newer ones, and it has a really cool art style and a great storyline. What sucked me in to buy this one is the zodiac and astrology element. Anything related to that, I just love. So naturally, I really like this app. The story ends up being a lot more intricate than you would think just from looking at the promo, and it has fantasy elements too. You work at an observatory, and on a night of an important star event, you get captured by a group of gods that tell you that you're the key to erasing each of their divine sins. So each of the guys has sinned in some way, and you are a reincarnation of a special type of god that can erase that sin so they can continue to work as gods in the god realm. There are 3 gods of punishment and three gods of wishes, all of which have sinned somehow and have been banished to Earth, and they're looking for you to cure their sin. Each of them is based around a sign, so there's Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, and Pisces, I think, are the ones that are available on the English version. And I've played Scorpio and Gemini's route. I would recommend Scorpio over the Gemini route. Just for my personality, his was a lot more dramatic, and there's a lot more character development, in my opinion. But Gemini's was pretty good. I liked his character design more. But I'm most excited to play, I think his name's Ichthus or something like that. He's the Pisces one. He has a really cute character design. So if any of you have played his storyline, let me know what you think of it down below. Despite all the good points, there was one thing I actually didn't like about this app, and that was the Taurus character. I played like 4 or 5 episodes of his, and no, I didn't like his story at all. And I'm a Taurus, I'm married to a Taurus, and that's not how Tauruses act at all. He was like really flirty and kind of ditzy, and I didn't like it at all. But maybe it got better. Maybe I gave up too soon. Let me know what you think if you've played his below. Other than that though, solid app. Definitely recommend you play that one if you're into astrology. And finally, my number 1 pick as the best Voltage app is Dreamy Days in West Tokyo. Now, I might be a bit biased on this one because this is the first Otome game I ever played, but it's what got me hooked on Otome games and on Voltage apps. It's super adorable, probably the cutest one ever, because there's childhood flashbacks in this one, so you get to see them as a child and you interacting with them as a child as well on certain episodes, which I'm sure a lot of people liked because they recently came out with another one called My Last First Kiss, where they bring back that element of having childhood character and flashbacks like that too. But on this one, the premise is you're going back to your hometown of West Tokyo after being away for a long time living in England. Your parents stayed in England and go to high school in Japan because that's what you wanted to do. And as you're making your way to the landlord's house, you run into a lot of different cute guys that seem to recognize you, which you find out they recognize you for a reason because you were all childhood besties back in the day. On this one, I've played all of the storylines and they're all really good. You can't really go wrong with who you pick, My two favorites were Ichigo and Joji. Ichigo is the first one I played, so naturally he's gonna be my favorite. He's the tsundere baker that you've known since you were little. He acts really mean at first, but ends up showing his true feelings later on, and you end up living with him for most of the story, so that's kind of a cute element as well. And my second favorite is Joji. He's your landlord who is about 10 years older than you, so it's kind of scandalous, but maybe that's why I liked his storyline. I don't know. It's really sweet, and you find out that you've actually known him when you were younger as well, in a different kind of way, separate from the other guys. But yeah, I won't spoil it. His is really good, but do not play his sequel. The sequel's not good. There's like nothing in the sequel, but his first story is really good. So if you're okay with just playing the first one, definitely check out Joji. But Ichigo, I love all of his stories, all of his sequels. Defo my favorite husbando. Alright guys, with that ends my top 5 Voltage Inc. apps that I would recommend. Please tell me in the comments below what your favorite Voltage apps are, or different characters, routes that I should check out in these apps. And enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for watching, guys.